It's early morning, it's dark out, the zombie apocalypse has happened. I have 8 hours to get out of Dodge, find safe haven, gather supplies and weapons, and then dealing with the zombies where they come from. This is the Lobo Loco Zombie Rally of 2025. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what the hell is a zombie apocalypse rally? And what the zombie apocalypse rally is, it's a Lobo Loco rally. I've made a video about one. I did make a video about another one. I talked about how I did well in that one, and well is, objective, subjective, whatever. This one, we're in spooky season. It is October 2025, and it's going to be October 31st, November 1st, and November 2nd. So, Wolf, the rally master, had a really cool idea. Let's theme it to zombies. Let's theme it to going all around, all around these different places. He's like, let's make it a little bit harder. Let's do steps. And like most rallies, you'll have stages. Like, okay, you go to the west. Iron Butt rallies, like mainly 2 or 3 major stages. The little ones do something differently. This one, there's at least 4 steps. First one is you got to start at a city with 50,000 people. So for me, that's Allentown, Bethlehem, or Easton. I'm going to Allentown. Second, after you go to that, you can go to smaller towns. So I did find a couple of small towns, McCungy and Albertus. I'm not going to get too many points for those, so I don't want to really worry about that too much. And then third, you got to find safe havens or places like that. Lighthouses, prisons, there was something else. On top of that, after that, you go to hospitals. That's like step C is hospitals, grocery stores, things like that. And then step D is, weapons or armor. So you go, you take your broken crossbow. Again, it's a toy. Or you take a machete, which I'll have that tomorrow. Foam one. You take some weapons, you take pictures and stuff with that. And then you're fine. And you pick up armor. You go to a hockey arena or something. He's like, you use hockey pads for armor. And I thought that was a really cool idea. There's actually one step afterwards that's really neat, but can be a little bit of a time suck. And that is we're going zombie hunting. So what we're going to do is we go to the grave sites at the graveyards and just start looking for zombies. Something I don't know if I'm going to be able to have time to do, but Wolf gave us a bunch of names. He's like, Alice, I think that's Resident Evil, Ash, Evil Dead, Shaun of the Dead, Dixon, no Daryl, that was a little disappointing. But he has all those names, and it's like, that's extra bonuses. So, and there's some more. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I think where I'm going to lose is there are a couple people who are retired who did want to go out to the graveyards and find these people beforehand. Good for you guys. I have a job, I have a life, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that within 8 hours. And this all has to be done within 8 hours. And the minimum is I have to ride 187 miles. Right now, my route is around 220. Will I cut it short? Yeah, maybe. Also, my favorite thing about this rally is I'm not going to do some drinking and riding, but one of the final stops is go to a pub and wait for it to all blow over. And I get to do that. Luckily, he's like, oh, go to a microbrew or something. I'm like, okay, I know just the place where I used to live. So I'm going to go to Yurgi because that's probably my favorite microbrew in the Lehigh Valley. But, that's kind of what this rally is. And so I'm setting up, I'm prepping. Like I said, I got my rally book. Somewhere is my zombie apocalypse hunting license. I got a crossbow right now. I'll put it back together. It's probably going to sit right here. I'm going to wrap it around a towel so nobody thinks I have a gun or something. And then the next thing, and then I'm going to have a machete. Same deal. Wrap it around a towel so nobody thinks anywhere. Grocery store stuff. I have bought some baked beans and some other stuff and some Spam. They want us to take a picture of that. So that's one of the things I'm going to do. But yeah, there's a lot of fun things. This is going to be one of the best rallies I've done, at least on paper. Looking forward to it. It's going to be hard because I got 8 hours to do 30 different stops. So I got to be really efficient with my stops. But keep on watching. You get to see some of the places that I get to go to. All right, I had my breakfast. Did not get a coffee this morning. I had a coffee at home. I'm not drinking it here. But we're in Allentown at the beginning of this zombie apocalypse. And I'm actually getting my stuff in. I'm running 10 minutes late today. Not a huge deal. And so, yeah, I am getting that. And I'm going to go to my first stop, which is the Welcome to Allentown. And then I'm going to be going to Macungie and Albertus, and then up to Kernsville, which is technically Orfield. So, headset's working. First job, get out of Dodge. Second part, find a safe haven. So I skipped over the first part of the rally, which was go to smaller towns. So I opted for Macungie and Albertus, both really small towns. I couldn't get as many points for these as I wanted, so I didn't really spend too much time on that. But the next step, which was the safe haven step, that is where I got a lot of extra points. Yeah, like all this property here was for sale. It was like dirt cheap. I don't know, it might have been sold to family. I mean, I'm going to park there if I can't. I'm going to quick park. I might turn around real quick because it's private property, but I don't see anybody there. After the Lighthouse, I was still looking for safe haven spots. So I did know of 3 prisons, and I did know of an island. And when I went to the island, Sand Island in Bethlehem, there was an extra bonus that was just given to me the night before, and that was bathrooms at like a park. Well, Sand Island had a park, so I picked that up. This rally was kind of an unofficial zombie movie rally. So Shaun of the Dead comes up. Zombieland comes up a lot. A lot of the bonuses were tied up with that. But it was actually a really fun, kind of fresh look at, zombie movies and stuff like that. And I did do a little bit of movie watching for research. All right, guys. So I have recently finished step 2, which is prisons and islands and stuff like that. So now I am making my way up north to East Stroudsburg and Stroudsburg, where I'm going to go get something to eat and gonna go get something to eat, gonna go hang out and do some other stuff, but I'm gonna go to a couple hospitals, and then I'm gonna go to what's a good place? Definitely go to some grocery stores. I got a couple of selfies I gotta take. So let's see here. I've now escaped from the zombie horde in Allentown, and then I found some smaller towns, escaped from there. But now I'm finding a place to be. So like, okay, I went to prisons and lighthouses, safe spaces. But now I got to go get supplies. So go to the hospital, go to the grocery store. Okay, so my next step is go to grocery stores, go to hospitals, get supplies. I end up making my way to East Stroudsburg and Stroudsburg, Tannersville, and, in that area, that lower Poconos area. I do everything. I got some spam. I had some spam ready to go, some baked beans ready to go. Got to buy some Twinkies. Ended up at 2 hospitals. So points-wise, I was doing pretty good on that. And after that, my next step is go down and get some pictures with the weapons, because that was the next step. And one of those pictures I did do at a graveyard, and that was an interesting graveyard because of who was buried there. Didn't have anything to do with the rally, just had an interesting person. Right, so I got to, one great thing about this is I got to buy some props for this rally. Bought some baked beans, some spam, but also got to buy a crossbow. So that was pretty neat. So I got to, part of the thing is like you have to have weapons. So you buy the weapons, you take them in front of pictures of anything and blah, blah, blah. So that's what I did. That's what I did. And I was at a cemetery. It was going to be used in the actual thing, but decided just to use it for a weapon. Yep, just so that cemetery I was at, that actually has a celebrity in it. So Jane Mansfield, and she passed away in the 50s or 60s. And her daughter's actually still acting. Her daughter was in the accident that she was in. Luckily she survived, or Law and Order Special Victims Unit would look totally different. Because the woman who plays Benson is Jane's daughter. And yeah, so if you watch that, there's that new documentary out. I'll put the name of it on because I don't remember. But if you watch that, check it out. You know, I think they come up here to check out her gravestone. I did not. So, but next couple of stops. This is the final like 9 stops of the thing, and I got like 3 hours to do it. Well, yeah, less than 3 hours to do it. And luckily, a lot of it's back roads. Next stop is a graveyard. Then it's a greenhouse. Then it's some more graveyards and a solar thing. So, like, I gotta hustle. I might cut out a couple of graveyards. They're not really worth it. Gonna go hit up a couple of schools too. And I might do some back roads to get there. All right, so I'm back in the Lehigh Valley, and I have been killing it, getting graveyards. I actually moved my solar panel up, so I might cut some stuff out. I don't know yet. But definitely been making some trends. Put this down. I'm about 2 hours away from finalizing this. Been really just... I'm worried that it's going to be tight on time. If I have to cut out, I have at least 1 or 2 graveyards I can cut out. I do have to go to some colleges. I'm not going to cut those out. No way. And then I do have to get gas, so that's like a quick 2-minute stop also. So, or 5-minute stop. So time is of the essence. There is one I think I might just cut out. And it's just like, it's close to my house, and I'm like, I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it. So it might be better for me just to cut that one out, because that's just going to save me a ton of time. And I don't need to go to Trexlertown anymore. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going to go to... I'm going to go to Sheets real quick.
After my trip to Sheets, I did actually start hitting up the colleges pretty hard. I hit up a local community college. Penn State had a satellite campus. And then I went to DeSales University. So big points there. And I did cut a couple of graveyards out. I just didn't have time. There was one at the church where I used to go to that I skipped. And I think there was one more I skipped. But it just wasn't feasible. Time was getting really short. So my next step, and this is where I'm going now, is back to Emmaus.
All right, guys, I'm in like the final leg. I got 2 more stops to go. One of them's on Main Street, and one of them is on Wawa. Let's go here. It's gonna take me to Main Street, go to hit up Yergis, grab a pint, wait for this to all blow over. That's the point of that joke. So, yeah, hey, next stop Yergi, then Wawa, then I'm done.
If you made it this long in the video, then you get to find out where I finished in this rally. Unfortunately, I did not win. Unfortunately, I did not place in the top 5, but I did very good for myself, and I finished 7th. For a rookie, that's not bad, even though a rookie finished second. I was very happy with the way this worked out. Could it have been better? Yes. Could I have planned better? Yes. Looking at the results, I see that I could have been stronger in the first couple of parts. I could have also, hit up more graveyards, stuff like that. But time was a problem. So I finished 7th. I got 4 points for the championship, which I think that gives me 5 points. I did not win the championship either. Was not the most efficient. I can say I was the most efficient for the last rally. I was not the most efficient for this one. But it was a tough little 8-hour rally, and I'm very happy that I did it. Hopefully I can do the 3 of them. There's 3 rallies next year, and I don't see why I can't do them next year. So I'm looking forward to them. Hopefully I can start to finish in the top 5. Figure out what I'm doing wrong that is stopping me from, not placing up there. Maybe it's just something as simple as, hey, plan a little bit better or work a little bit harder or be more efficient all the way around. But that's a nice goal for next year. But I want to thank you guys for watching. This rally is important to me. So if you did like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later.